Cyber breaches can happen to any organisation, regardless of size, capacity or income. Charities are increasingly becoming targets, and the sector needs to do so much more to improve cybersecurity. Bigger charities tend to do a bit better, but smaller charities like us, well, you know...
Go on!
We're not doing so well. One of the main reasons is that small charities just don't appreciate the threat or the impact. According to our survey with the National Cybersecurity Centre, for example, a third of micro-organisations thought that they would be unlikely to be a victim of a cyber attack. On top of that, 35% of micro-organisations think that a cyber breach wouldn't have an impact. Too many small charities don't think that they are at risk and don't see the extent of the risk. To put it bluntly, those small charities are simply wrong, and being wrong could cost huge amounts. But worry not, we are here to help. Putting in place robust cybersecurity doesn't have to be complex, costly, or require superhuman knowledge, much like writing this video script.
Excuse me.
All it requires is a bit of work. And there's some practical steps that you can follow right here, right now. In fact, I can cover them in a 5-minute video.
Can you though?
Can you just support me? Anyway, you ready? Phishing attacks are when scammers send fake emails asking for sensitive information or emails containing links to bad websites. Small charities can protect against phishing by raising awareness and training employees. Ensure staff are aware that they should be wary of suspicious emails, especially those asking them to click on suspicious links. Encourage them to consider emails carefully and check authenticity. Does the email have terrible spelling and grammar? It's not a foolproof sign of a scam, but some do, like this. Do they have suspicious looking logos, like this? And do they have strange attachments, like this? Or perhaps it's a bit more sophisticated. Scammers usually try and pressure you into acting without thinking, using authority, the name of your bank or your boss to contact you. Urgency, giving you minimal time to respond. Emotion, scaring you or appealing to your curiosity. And current events that seem to make their email more relevant. If you have any doubts about an email, contact the organisation directly, get your boss on the phone and ring your bank. And if an email looks dodgy to you, report it by forwarding it to the NCSC at the email address report@phishing.gov.uk. Do not click any links or download any apps. But if you do, run an antivirus scan. If you've entered a password, change that password for all accounts that you use it for, and set them to different things. Importantly, do not punish staff if they get caught. That will only discourage reporting in the future. To help with email security, the NCSC encouraged charities to sign up for their free mail check tool. MailCheck helps organisations put controls in place to protect against cyber attacks, including phishing. And that's how to help avoid phishing attacks.
You know how I avoid phishing?
Please stop.
I just don't go near the water.
Malware is a term that encompasses all forms of malicious software that alters the way that programs or computers run. Malware is used by criminals to access data and systems to extort, disrupt, and steal. Basically, it's bad news, but you can fight back. Use antivirus software on all computers and laptops. There are plenty of cheap options, many of which are on the Charity Digital Exchange. Only ever install approved software and do not download third-party apps from unknown devices. Practice patching, which just means regularly updating your software. You can invest in patch management software, which doesn't have to cost too much if you're one of the forgetful types. And switch on your firewall to create a buffer between your network and the internet. Do you know what a firewall is?
A network security device that monitors incoming and outgoing network traffic and decides whether to allow or block specific traffic based on a defined set of security rules.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Protecting a device is easy. Start by switching on PIN, password protection, and fingerprint recognition for all of your devices. The NCSC recommends 3 random words for you to use for your password. That's strong enough to keep you protected, but easy enough to remember. And if you can't remember all of your passwords, you should have unique ones for your most important accounts. You can use a password manager or even write your passwords down. Just make sure to keep them in a safe place. If possible, turn on multi-factor authentication to stay extra secure. Or it might actually just be called two-step verification or two-step.
Two-factor authentication.
That's the one. Ensure all devices and apps are up to date. Patch everything. You can also ensure to not send any sensitive data using Wi-Fi hotspots. In such situations, use 3G, 4G, 5G, or if you want to be a bit more technical, use a virtual private network or VPN. Check with your cybersecurity provider, as this is usually something that they offer. And finally, replace devices that are no longer supported by manufacturers. This is a small price to pay considering the potential cost of a cyber breach. And there you have it, simple steps that can make small charities secure. Once again, we implore everyone in the charity sector to raise further awareness. Talk to each other, work in the open, and provide support for other charities. Also, feel free to contact Charity Digital or the NCSC if you want further advice. Or just check out the resources we posted online, such as the NCSC's Small Charity Guide, which gives lots of detailed information on backing up data, protecting from viruses, keeping devices safe, and much more. And check out the NCSC's site, which has tons of information on cybersecurity, as does the Charity Digital site, which has regular updates and how-to guides. We hope the video helps, and we hope to hear from charities in the future. Thank you for listening.